This is the primary content of our example email. The primary content, also called the primary message, content block, or hero, is the main message of an email, and it should contain just the one message to get across to a reader. It's usually positioned at the top of an email and larger than any other section in the email. The thing to remember is most people spend between 2 to 8 seconds skim reading an email. Then they'll either decide to read it in more detail, action it, or delete it. That means there's a 50-word maximum when reading, because the average person can only read 250 to 300 words per minute. So 2 to 8 seconds is really not a long time. Here's an example of what you don't want to do. This email has over 500 words. That means it would take several minutes to read, and long blocks of text discourage readers. Emails must be scannable, and the scannable text should be less than 50 words because you're only getting 2 to 8 seconds. So what you should use is phrases and bulleted items. The primary message needs to be fairly concise, just 1 or 2 paragraphs as a minimum. In this example, give them an overview of the article and then let them read the full article on your website. So how would we improve this email? What we would do is either break it up and make it scannable by adding headings to each of the paragraphs. For example, these are the headings, and it's pretty simple. You can read those and get a very good sense of what the article is about. Then you can decide to read the full article, or you may decide it's not interesting to you and move on. Or what I would really recommend is just to have the first 2 paragraphs, the first 2 headings, and then have a call to action so people can read the full article on your website, which is where you want people to be, not in the email client. You want them on your website, because from there they can do other things. From an email, there's very limited things they can action. Here's an example of a really good primary message. Each primary message consists of 4 components. You have the image, in this case, the little girl. Definitely use an image if you can. Using people's faces, pictures of animals, or any relevant or striking images will make your primary message stand out. The next section is the title. In this case, it's Support Your School with Ziploc Brand. You have to use a strong headline, which is significantly bigger than everything around it. In this case, it's definitely much larger. The part below the title is a short description. The short description should be no more than 5 lines of text, but preferably use bullets or bold to break up this section. And the most important section is having a clear call to action. So in this case, it's print your coupons, which really stands out. The key call to action should be large, clear, and preferably make it a button so people know they need to click on it. What you don't want to do is dilute your primary content by adding as many messages as possible within this section. Just like these street signs in which you're not sure what you're supposed to do, your email should be very clear, very concise. It should just be one message.